Okay, hi everyone. We're going to do this whole Pilates session standing up. It would be really useful if you had a weight for a section of it. I've just got a 3 kilogram dumbbell, but you could have maybe a big bottle of water, the water that you take to the gym, or anything else heavy you've got in your house, not super heavy. A couple of tins, or something like that. Water's a good idea if you've got that. So grab that. And we're camping in the tent last night and tonight, so if I look tired, that's why. So let's come and set ourselves up, feet hip distance, who knows what I'll say, rolling shoulders back, sending shoulders down, standing tall, and then finding your neutral spine. So rocking forward and back if you need to. We're just making sure that you've not got too big a curve there or too flat. I'm a little flat, so you find your neutral spine, tighten in through the abdominals, make sure the legs are not locked but also not bent. Alright, so we're starting with just half roll downs, maybe just hands to knees, really not very far, just warming up the upper back. So then we roll back up. When we get to the top, we lift arms, we lower arms. So we roll again, roll back up, lift arms, lower arms. Now we're staying with that. The only difference is when we lift the arms, I want you to have your thumbs out, and as the arms come down, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we roll forward, we roll up, arms lift, and as they open, they pull back. So really squeezing those shoulder blades, bringing the shoulder blades down, shoulders down. Let's do one more. Okay, bring your hands to hips. Let's just walk through the feet. We'll do a little bit of warming up now for the hips. So it is going to involve a bit of balancing. You'll be on one leg. So if you want to take yourself close to a wall or something like that, please do. So we're going to lift the knee and lower the knee. We're not staying there just yet. I'd like you now to engage the abdominals so they stay drawn in as you lift and lower. So it's slow, it's controlled, it's not a march. This time you're taking that leg out to the corner. Now if this doesn't suit everyone's hips, just stay forward. And then we're putting that together. So we're coming up, out, in, and down. So now we are there for a little bit of time. Up, out, in, and down. Let's do one more each side. Okay, so we're starting with a bit of balance, and I'm going to keep lifting my leg up to that diagonal. If it doesn't suit you, lift it forward. So we're going to lift the left leg. I'm going to shoot the arms to the opposite diagonal. And you're going to see if you can just stay for a couple of seconds. It might get you here a bit in your hip, and then we come back down. So let's change sides. Abdominals drawn in. Leg could be lower, doesn't have to be as high as mine. And step down. Okay, so here's your progression. You come again. You can stay, or you can open the arms and lift the arms. 2 if you can. Open arms, lift arms. And then lower. Change legs. Hold if you want to, or open and lift twice. And step down. Okay, so they're all progressions. Now I'm going to ask you if you can extend the leg. There's no arms on this one, we're just holding the arms. So we come back to where we were. If you can, you extend the leg and you hold. So yes, you're working the thigh and you're working balance. Step down, change sides. See if you can make it smooth so you travel into it now in one movement. Still going to the diagonal and step down. So we repeat. And if you can, arms open, arms lift. 2 if you can, 1's enough. Step down, change sides, open and close. 1 more. And rest. So just give shoulders a roll, give your legs a shake. Okay, so now you need your weight. So first of all, we're standing tall with our good posture. You're taking your weight or your water and you're swinging it like you're trying to put it in your back pocket. So your arms are quite long. You draw your abdominals in. And I want you to feel it. Keep going. Here, coming into your sides. So this is one of those where I want the hips really still. Okay, hold the weight here to your right side. Watch my movement pattern. It comes up and across in a wood chop fashion. So you've got to imagine that you've got a big belly. Now I know many of us have gained a few pounds. I've actually gained a couple of pounds too. But don't go thinking that's what you look like at all. But I want you to imagine you've got like a really big belly, like a Father Christmas belly. So your arms cannot do this. They have to come out and across. So have a go at a few more of those. And we're still working those oblique muscles, those sides. Let's have a go on the other side. Keep posture, keep abdominals tight. Don't mind if the knees are a little bit soft here. One more. It's harder for me this side. You might find it's harder one side too. Okay, have a moment again. You might want to put that down. You might want to give forearms a bit of a stretch. Shake everything out. We're doing them both. They've got some progressions now. So the twist comes into a squat. So you're going to come into a squat position, chest up, and you're going to swing here. So it might be a half squat. You've got to be able to clear your legs. So it'll be harder to move the hips now. You should feel that more now in your obliques. If you want to go slower, you can. Abdominals tight. A couple more. And rest. Now, the wood chop again is going to come from a squat up. So I'd bring your feet maybe shoulder distance. Bring the arm back here. So you come into a half squat. As your arms come across, you straighten your legs. Half squat. Now the danger with this one is your knees will follow the weight. They'll do that. And I want them to stay facing forward. So watch that. Two more. Okay, change sides. forward. And rest. So again, if you need to, shake out the wrist, put the weight down if you want to. We're taking the weight now into the right arm. Now, if this is all too coordinated, you can just take a shoulder press here. Otherwise, this other leg is once more involved. All right, so hang on, I've got to work this out today. So I want you to bend the leg and lift it. You press the arm as it lowers. You bend the arm as the leg bends. Arm out here will help. Now you can touch down, or if you're feeling really clever, you can keep the toe off. Two more. Okay, and rest. Now we're going to take a squat, and you've got a couple of options here too. You can just take squats, or we're repeating the shoulder press, same side. So this shoulder now should be fatiguing, even with a lightish weight. You push up as you squat. There's the challenge. Yep. So you might not get a full squat. You've got to make sure you don't shift your body weight too much, so tighten everything. If you don't want to do the squat, or you don't want to do the shoulder press, just do a few squats. One more, and rest. So you should feel this shoulder quite a lot, I hope, in a good way. So let's set up the other side. So you've got leg straight and arm straight. They come down, they go up. Arm out. Inhale. Exhale. Don't drop this arm too low. Weight about level with the ear, perhaps. Last one. Have a break. Set up your squat. And you know your options. For 8 of these we're doing, you can just squat, or you can press, or you could just press. Make sure the weight goes back, hips first, halfway, two more. And rest. Put your weight down. All right, give these arms or these shoulders a stretch. Now we're coming back to something we did in the warm-up. I want you to really feel this now in your upper back. And I'd like you to do it tipped forward, but if that causes your lower back to be unhappy, I want you to do it standing tall. So you're going to rotate those palms out again and really squeeze those shoulder blades. So you could stay there, abdominals type 2, lower back hasn't changed. Or you tip forward and then you squeeze. Shoulders away from ears. You pinch your shoulder blades, you might get it in the top of the arms a bit too. And you really, really squeeze. Keep breathing. And then release. Now push that out, so round the back. So you get a stretch. And you take the spine the other way. Alright, so we're going to take that again. So rotate, thumbs out. Squeeze shoulder blades. Really stick the chest forward. Here we go. Still there? Yeah, keep holding, keep squeezing. All right, and rest. Whew. It's been a busy 15 minutes. Let's stretch. Now, when we do this next one, This is like doing our leg drops that we do from tabletop, laying down. That's how I want it to feel. So how I'm going to coach this one, so I want you to have left hand on your belly and the other hand behind your back. So what you're checking here on your back is that that doesn't change, stays neutral. What you're checking here is that abdominal stays pulled in. So you've got left hand on abs. You're going to lift and lower the left leg. Now I want you to go slow, barely touch. Exhale, inhale. See if you can get your abdominals to do the work. Now I practiced some of these earlier and I did really feel it here, but you have to concentrate. And we're only doing one set. As you exhale, the abdominals should come in tighter under your hand. Let's do 2 more. Okay, rest a moment, swap the hands around, draw those abdominals in, feel that tension here, not so much here, and have another go. Got a bug on my arm. 4 more. Really control these, they're steady. Use the breath. And rest, let that belly relax for a moment. All right, pick up your weight. So we're going to move from, we're going to do 2 different exercises, put them together. So the first is a deadlift. So we tip from the hips, we come forward, we come back up. So let's do a couple of those. These can be soft, but I don't want the back to change, so we don't round through the back at all. We've done loads of that in our roll downs to warm the back. Now we're just moving from the hips, we're just associating hips from back. So the bottom goes back, we tip forward. Should be able to balance gin and tonic on your lower back. Next one is we come from here, swing the arms up. Now I want to make sure, again, you don't use the loose neutral, so it would really be helpful here to tighten abdominals. Two more. Okay, then we're going to see if we can put the 2 together. So we tip. Actually, I want it to look like this. So you tip, and from here, the arms start to come up, swing up. Then you swing back down. So can you see the difference? Now, if you're guarding your lower back, stay with that. Otherwise, have a go at this. So we've done this at Valentine's before. I think we just might have done it with the red balls. Might have done it with a weight. So now you should start to feel this in your lower back, but in a good way. We're going to do 4 more if you feel okay with it. So getting a stretch in the back of the legs here, working the lower back, and a little bit in the shoulders. And rest. Alright, put your weight down. Alright, so we're going to stretch all of that out now. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt it. So we've worked here, we've worked the hips, and we've worked on balance. We've worked on the upper back and the lower back and the shoulders. But we've used some real variations. So we'll stretch standing up too. You've always got the option to choose a different one if you prefer. So we're going to bend that back leg, tip back. So this leg's pretty straight, so I can get a stretch here. And again, I want good posture here in my spine. Let's rise, let's change legs. Let's roll the shoulders back, bring the hands to the small of the back, and draw the elbows together. So we're going to do the classic stretch where we take the foot. You can hold on to something if you want to, or if this doesn't work for you standing, you could sit and do it. We've been doing that a lot in the other routines, sort of in the middle of them. So see if you can keep your knees lined up. Change legs when you're ready. Some people find balance easier when they touch their nose, touch their head, touch their belly button. Just counterbalances. Okay, so that leg you just stretched, that your right leg, perhaps take that leg back, push your hip out, so you get a nice stretch in your right hip. And if you want to, take your right arm over. I still want it in the hip more than the side. And feet, some people's feet need to be close, some people's feet need to be apart. Come up, let's change sides. The other leg behind, push that hip out, it's your left hip now. Bring the arm over if you want to. Okay, grab your right wrist and take a side bend here. Feel the stretch in your side. And then change. Bring elbows now to thighs, and let's round through the back. Let's just hold this for a moment. Then release it, and let's go again. Coming up, giving your shoulders a few rolls. We've stretched the shoulders already, and giving yourself a big clap. So I hope you enjoyed that. There's some real variation.